This is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And this is one of the worst games I have ever played. I'm not exaggerating. I cannot stand this game. Funny thing is, that wasn't really even my mindset when I set out to review this. You know, I remember this from my childhood as being like a near miss, but going back through this and playing it, I realized just how much I hate it. Oh my god. Alright, so they're telling the story, follows the movie pretty closely. I mean, it does vary a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. It's pretty faithful. So the object of this game pretty much is you have to complete like 5 different mini games, and more importantly, you have to complete them in like a certain order. I mean, they never bother telling you that, but you have to do that. So here you go, you get your first choice, and I strongly suggest you go to Venice first, because if you don't do that first, it is nearly impossible. I'll show you that in a few seconds here. Now, for some reason I remember that woman being a little sexier in the movie. She looks like Nicolette Sheridan in that shot. Okay, so here's what you get if you do it first. Pretty easy. It's just one of those puzzles. You saw this in like The Simpsons. I remember this. But here's what you have to contend with if you don't do it first. That is a fucking mess. There's no way you'll ever complete that with the amount of time they give you. So you see, pretty much the mechanics of this mini game is you can move. You start out with like a black square there, and you can move it in a linear fashion, either vertically or horizontally, and it'll shift all the images on that line, either up or down or left or right, depending on where you moved your cursor. It's a pretty easy concept, and with the puzzle this easy, it's pretty easy to complete. You see there, I finished with plenty of time there. And the other reason that you'll need to do this first is because you see that sketch that Indy has. You need that sketch. You can't even complete the game without it, so if you somehow don't complete that minigame, you might as well just stop playing, because it's just a waste of time. You'll never beat the game without that. Alright, and so the advancement of the storyline, now you have another objective, or another mission you could complete if you want. You can save your Indy's dad. But if you don't go and get the cross now, it'll be gone, and you will fail. It won't tell you right away. It'll wait until you get to the very end, and after you think you've beaten the game, then it tells you, oh, you forgot to get the cross, so you lose. So here's the bow to death. Press select to use your whip. There's no circumstance under which you wouldn't want the whip. I don't know why they don't just give it to you. By the way, Indiana Jones doesn't look so great, shrunk down to this size. Looks less like a rugged adventurer, more like an old man in a Panama hat. Now this whip is pretty persnickety. Look at that. That's stupid. That's bullshit. I mean, that clearly hit him in the head. Okay, so like I was saying, Indiana Jones is pretty worthless without that whip, though. So you have to learn to use it. I mean, look at this. Hand-to-hand combat is not an option. I mean, look at that. I've seen amputees fight better. So I'm going to speed up here. Oh, and guess what? I died. Great. This part was so frustrating that I even put clips of myself trying to play this game to show you how bad it is. Now, I rarely lose my cool, but check this out. God, you suck! Come on! Down the ladder. Thank you. Fucking cabin of death. Would you jump when I do that, please? Just get out of it. Get out! Get up the ladder! Damn it! Go down. Down. Down! God, you are worthless. Come on. Jump! Stupid as shit. Come on. Damn it! Get up the... Kill him and go! Come on! Get up the ladder. Oh, I went the wrong fucking way. Oh, forget it. So in case you can't tell what I was frustrated about, take a look at how fucking hard it is to get up this ladder. I mean, look at that. Alright, now the problem here is that you have to, like, walk and land directly in the spots necessary to run up the ladder. Because you can't tiptoe. If you double tap forward, even if it isn't 2 consecutive double taps, he runs. So if you aren't exactly in the right spot, you have to back up and walk normally to get up the ladder. That's bullshit. That's the worst control I've ever seen in a game. Okay, so you're probably wondering how I eventually got through this level. Well, as you can see up there, I just ran past the second ladder. Did you see that? That makes an enemy come out of that door. Then I can just run back to this cabin here and whip the enemy when he comes close enough to the wall, since I guess Indiana Jones's whip can transcend metal. I don't understand it, but I took advantage of it because that's the only way I've ever beaten this level, ever. Oh, and by the way, why does that guy have a blue face? What is that, Mr. Dink from Doug? Ugh. Okay, so I'm probably just gonna skip to the end here. Show you the boss. Nice boss, right? Takes 1 hit to do him in. What a great game.